Just wanted to give you a preview of a yard sale we just went to and bought a ton of vintage 1980s plush. This is just one little piece. This is a backpack. It's a Popples backpack. And it is full of Popples. Just to give you an idea, just this guy here is good for 10 to 15 bucks. And there's a bunch of these in there. There's some other thing, it looks like a wuzzle right there. And you'll see all these are Popples. So $10, $15 a piece in there. Puzzle Popple. And they just keep on coming. And there's just full of them. And the backpack itself should be good for maybe, condition-wise, maybe not, but at least 50 bucks, I would say. This is $100 to $150 right here. And I filled my car up with stuff. I think we paid 100 and maybe around 150, 156. I think that's exactly what we paid actually. And this is just one little bit of it. I kept digging in that bag and I found some little figures too. I've never seen these before, never sold these before. And then these guys right here, and I've never seen these, so there's a bunch of them. So it's a great buy. I think I might give this to Blue Ridge Mama and to Reagan upstairs. They need a little wipe down. And maybe Reagan and Blue Ridge Mama can get these on the Homeschool Hustler store. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave and we had a really good day today. Forgive me, I'm still a little bit under the weather. A little surprised that Sophie followed me down here today. Sophie usually doesn't come down on days where both the Homeschool Hustlers are upstairs. Like I said, forgive my voice. I'm going to try and rough it out through this one. Had a really good day of sales. Not only did we top our $200 goal, we topped $300 with some late sales that we got from our recent buying friend, Wayne. So we really appreciate you, Wayne. You put us over to the $300 mark for the day, and we appreciate it. So I thought it was going to be a slower day until the last hour or so, and I was thinking of something we could talk about in lieu of me showing you a bunch of sales. But now we've got a bunch of sales to talk about instead, but I still want to talk about one thing. That's it. So we did a video the other day about the Strong Museum Toy Hall of Fame, and we talked about the toys that are in the Hall of Fame. So I figured, maybe we ought to have a reseller eBay Hall of Fame. And then I thought, we're just going to be talking about, video games and clothing. So I'm going to tell you what I think are just definite reseller Hall of Famers out there that I think most people would agree on. And then I'll give you a couple of my reseller Hall of Fame items that I sell over and over and over again. And we're going to exclude video games, we're going to exclude clothing, and we're going to talk about some other things because I want you to put your suggestions down below in the comments, and I want you to tell us what is in your eBay reseller Hall of Fame. What do you resell over and over and over again? What are some great things that we have all picked up for years and years that have helped us make money? But before we do that, I'm going to tell you what sold in the eBay cave today. $238.34 out of the Commonwealth Picker store, and the Homeschool Hustler store, $47.98. Sophie, what you doing? Sit, girl. Are you sitting? Yeah, you better sit. I'm going to give you one more treat, and then you're going to have to go. When I'm down here working, she just sits right there and curls up on that thing. When I start talking to this camera here, she wants to get up on that table, and she knows she's not supposed to be there. All right, we'll see how long that lasts. So we had those sales today, and then we had $21.50 come in at the end, and that brought us to $307.82. So let's first check out what sold out of the Commonwealth Picker store. All right, this sold for $100 plus shipping, because she can't behave herself, right? You can't behave yourself. All right, tell them goodbye because we're going upstairs, all right? All right, first thing that's sold is this Korg CA20 chromatic tuner, guitar tuner. And I bought it at, I think this one came from Joyous Junk Yard Sale. The yard sale in June, I believe it is, up by Smith Mountain Lake. And we paid a couple bucks for it. It sold for $14.40. All right, here's a great little lesson out there that a lot of resellers really know, a little extra to the normal sourcing that goes on. This is something that I got for absolutely nothing. So when you hear or see organizations or businesses or people talking about things like totally revamping their systems, their computer systems, their printing, whatever it is, a lot of times things like this become obsolete to that company. And so you start asking questions. So this was something that was no longer going to be needed, and somebody had my name and they passed it on to that person because I had already asked questions, and I ended up not even having to pay for this thing. They're like, just take it. I'm like, I'm not going to even pay for it? No, I'm not going to pay for it. Just take it. And I took it, and I took 3 more like it. Not like this, but different kinds. This sold for $74.95 plus shipping. And after fees and after shipping, it's pure profit. All right, I would show you the next item, but you're not going to be able to see anything except for a box full of white stuff. It is a Jimmy 6-foot inflatable polar bear, and it sold for $24.95 plus shipping. So I bought it at a yard sale a couple weeks ago that we haven't aired yet, and I've sold the Grinch out of that yard sale. I've sold the snow globe for Snoopy. It's got Snoopy and Woodstock in it, and we're already well into the profit on this. This one and 2 others were thrown into the deal. 2 of them, I didn't even want them. I'm like, they're gonna be hard to resell. They're very generic. One was a Santa Claus and one was a toy soldier. And so I'm like, you know, he was asking $10, so that's a great deal, but I thought maybe we could get 20 for him. And so I wasn't about ready to do that, and he gave me good deals on the others. I had bought from him before in the past, and these were like the last ones he had. And he's like, how about $5? I'm like, just give them to me, whatever you want, because he clearly wanted to get rid of them. Even if I wasn't going to make money on them, I still think it was probably the right thing to do, even if I was going to make $5 and go through the hassle, because he gave me good deals on the other ones. And I actually went back and bought a few more things from him. Went back into his garage a few minutes later after looking at the garage sale next door and bought a few more things. It was a nice older gentleman, and his wife was pretty funny too. So this one did sell. We paid $10 for this one, and it did sell for $24.95. So it's a pretty good profit, even though I probably wouldn't have bought it. But it's still going to make us like $13. My son tested it and took pictures of it, so I was able to pay him a little bit of money, and I'll make a little bit of money. So it's definitely worth it. All right, this is a Ping Eye. This is a 7-iron. I decided to piece this one out because it was missing 1 club, and it's hard to sell sets like that. You're better off almost always parting clubs out, but there are some clubs that are much more often lost than others. Nobody ever loses a 3-iron. I shouldn't say ever, but people rarely lose a 3-iron because they're usually in a cart, and they use it and they hit it and they put it back in the cart, or they're on the tee box. The clubs that are used around the greens are the ones that are always left there because they use them and they lay them down, and then they go grab their putter and they forget to pick them up. And sometimes people use 7-irons around the greens to do a little chipping. So this one I thought would sell for a little bit more and a little bit quicker than some of the other ones, but it didn't. It sold for $12.88 plus shipping. I bought a whole set for $10, so I'm into this for like $1. So I made like $11 profit on it. All right, this is a Visions Corningware Amber double broiler. So it's 3 pieces. It's got this one, it's got the lid, and then it's got the bottom piece. And they were asking $5 at a yard sale about 3 weeks ago, and I bundled it with something else. It was one where we bought a bunch of records, and so I got it for $4. I thought that was just about right. I almost passed it up, but I'm like, you know, those sell okay, and the market on them is about $24 to $25. So I took some decent pictures, and I posted it for $22.81, and it sold in like 2 days. So that's how I deal with those. I undercut the market just by a tiny bit. Sometimes I'll put it close if my pictures are good, and because I'm top rated and I kind of get that bump. So sometimes I'll do it like that. I sold it for $22.81, paid $4. So after fees and after all that stuff that goes with it, it's close to a $15 profit for us, maybe give or take $1 on either side of that. So I don't mind selling those as long as I don't have a pile. I have one little tub that I put Corningware. If that tub gets full, I won't buy any more. That's how I deal with it. Now, right now, I only have one more piece of Corningware, I think, for sale, so I guess I need to buy a few more.
I will, if you hang around, I will show you how I ship that. For you newbies out there who don't do a lot of glassware, you want to hang around and see how I ship that thing out. And if you want to hang around, I'll show you how to ship out the golf club as well. Most people who are experienced resellers know how to do that, but if you're new and want to check that out, hang around, and I'll also show you how I'm going to package up one of the larger inflatables that we have. All right, so this is a Marvel doll. This is Daredevil by Kelly Toy, and the year on it is 2003. It's kind of freaky looking, to be perfectly honest with you. And it does have the tag, and that's why I picked it up. I bought it for 50 cents at Goodwill, and it sold long tail. It's been hanging around since maybe early summer, maybe even before. So figure 5 to 6 months, and it sold for $14.95. So after fees and shipping, we're gonna make about $9 to $10 on this thing. This is, by the way, the perfect example of a Christmas sale. I don't know for sure somebody bought this for Christmas, but this sat all year with hardly any views, any watchers at all. And somebody's looking to get something for somebody for Christmas that's unique and different, and for whatever reason, this is what they got. All right, so this is a Liberty University lanyard, and it's in camo, and it was a retail arbitrage item. I bought it at Target here down the road in Lynchburg, and I paid like $1.17 for these, and I bought like 20 of them. And this is the very last one, and it took probably a year and a half to sell. Maybe not quite that long, a year and a month or so. And it was a really nice sale, you know. Not this one in particular, but it sold for $7.95 plus shipping. So I'm making almost $7. I'm making about $6.50 because the shipping's a little high for this, I think. It's only going to cost like $2.70, and I think it's charging like $3.50. So it's really a pretty good sale. If you're going to make $6 on something like this, and you can times it times 20, it's $120. And I literally have them hanging right here off of the side of my desk. And that's how that's where they've been for a long time. They take up no space. I just put a little sticky hook on there and hung them off of there so they wouldn't take up any space. And that's $120, you know, if you're just willing to look and be willing to make $7 or $6 or $5 or even $4 on items that you're going to sell 20 of, you're going to make some money. All right, so this is the same kind of money, but it's a one-off. So, you know, I can understand people thinking you're crazy to sell a cassette for $9.41. I kind of get that. But on an item like that, it's not crazy at all. It's one listing over and over and over again. So, at any rate, I like that sale quite a bit. New edition, home again, $9.41. And here are all the cassettes that Wayne got. Wayne, here they are coming out to you. I found some new cases that are not new, but some better cases for these, so hopefully you enjoy those. And we got Guns N' Roses, Counting Crows, and Led Zeppelin, and 3 AC/DC cassettes, and they're all headed out to you ASAP. And I love selling cassettes. I don't know, I love listening to cassettes, so happy to supply these to Wayne. And Wayne, I have a bunch at my antique booths, and I'm going to go down there and I'm going to pull some out to kind of match this type genre, see if I can find some more that you like, and we'll make one bundle listing for you and see if you want that out there. All right, so into the video here. If you want to hang around and watch me ship those few things, or if you want to hang around for the wonderful bluegrass, feel free. So here's one that used to be a bolo, not a bolo, but used to be a bread and butter sale for everybody, I think, P90X. The problem is now they're doing quite a bit of Vera on Beachbody, and there's fakes and all that stuff. But this used to be something I would buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. I've probably sold 50 of these. And so that's a great bread and butter type item that maybe isn't quite the bread and butter it used to be because of all the issues with it. And then these, I think most of you recognize as the bread and butter of all bread and butter. So this should definitely go in the Reseller Hall of Fame, unless you disagree, and you can comment below. So the TI calculators, TI-83s, TI-84s, TI-83 pluses, they all sell for varying amounts. But if I've sold one of these, I've sold 100, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are like that. Let me know out there if you have any things you want to put in our eBay Reseller Hall of Fame. We'll kind of do it in the comments below. Maybe we'll do an extensive video on it someday with all your comments. We'll see. Now I'm going to give you a couple of my own personal ones that I'm sure a lot of you aren't. Now these don't sell for as much as they used to. I feel like I used to be the only one in America selling these, because I would post them and they would sell within a minute. I mean, not a minute, but they'd sell within 20 minutes, and I'd get 30 to 40 bucks a pop for them. And I do feel like I was like the only one out there, because there's like 4 on there listed, and I would test mine and clean them. You know, they're always in these old falling apart boxes, but if they were working, I could get sales on them no problem. Now I'll post them and I can't sell them unless I'm right around 20 bucks or sometimes less. But I bet you I've sold 50 to 100 of these things as well. Another thing that I've talked about in the past that I'm not going to bring in here because I've got it pulled apart is the purple ab roller. I felt like for a long time I was the only one reselling those because there wasn't that many out there. Now you look on there and there's 12, 15 listings. In the past, I've gone in there and there's been like 2 listings. And I'm like, I find these all the time. How is there only 2 listings? And those things were going at one point, and Deals and Dives down there in North Carolina can attest to this. We were getting like $60 to $70 a pop for them. And you could find them for $2, $3. Even the Goodwill would sell them for $5. And you just take the screws out and sell them. They're just ab machines. You've seen them, you know, your headrest like this, and you do your curl, your little workout. They don't sell for as much as they used to, partially because the shipping has got much more expensive on them. You can break them down and get them in a smaller box, but they're usually going to be over the dimensional shipping, unfortunately. But they'll still sell, so I would still say if you see a purple ab roller out there in good condition, especially if it has the little roller or the little stabilizers on the bottom, and it's legit purple ab roller, not a fake, I'd pick it up. You're still going to get 30 to 50 bucks for it. It takes a little time to find the right box for it, or to make the right box for it, but that's in my personal eBay Reseller Hall of Fame. I don't know that we'd put it in everybody's, but definitely, without a doubt, the TI calculators have got to be in there. So leave in the comments below what you think should be in our little personal Commonwealth Picker eBay Reseller Bread and Butter Hall of Fame. All right, thanks for joining us. See you next time. So I've been down here getting through some listings, getting through some pictures, and one of the homeschool hustlers came down and told me something. So tell me, baby.
I listed this and took pictures all by myself.
You took pictures all by yourself and you listed it. So now you know how to take pictures, you know how to ship, and you know how to list. I can't believe that. Did Blue Ridge Mama help you out a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Did she? Well, that's a good job. I'm proud of you.